All right, folks, so the next item on the menu to solve is the one and only great famous Honey Nut Cheerios. Whoa. One of my favorite cereals from childhood, and it still is. And this is the first day in my life that I have done the math on it in English and in French, and all of this text divides by 3 beautifully. Just beautifully, okay? By divine ordinance to the glory of the Triune God, who is 3 people. God is sovereign, it's His story, He owns everything, He gives everything, He stamps it all with the number 3. We solved Cheerio in a previous video. Here it's Honey Nut Cheerios, in 3 words, divides by 3. Let's take this to the computer so we can do it faster, but I just want to give you the heads up from the box. Oh yeah, General Mills. Very easy to solve. But all of this text divides by 3, okay? I'm not joking. So Honey Nut Cheerios divides by 3. Naturally flavored divides by 3. In French, au miel et au noix divides by 3, okay? And this, okay, it does not, but that's fine. I'm here to solve the English. Of course, it's all about the O, which is 15. B divides by 3. I don't know, I can't remember what that guy's name is. Interesting, they're talking about, you know, Cheerios always tends to like to focus on like love and, you know, nice themes when they talk about things on their box and all that stuff, which is always commendable. So let us, like it's, you know, they're talking about like connecting, things coming together, God loves unity. Wonderful. Anytime you promote unity and love, you are following the triune nature of God, who is love. So, but let's take this to the computer so we can do the math on this and solve it. This is a multi-million-dollar brand, of course, and it has been blessing people for a long time. General Mills, let's solve that quickly. Plus 1, plus 1. Oh man, General Mills is pretty easy. Very cool. Yeah, that's very easy to solve. General Mills, yeah, the G is the plus 1 with the gold train, or you can do the S from the end. But let's just quickly solve Honey Nut Cheerios in glorious detail. Let's take it to the computer. This computer equals 111, saves us some time. Okay, and the best thing about this video is you can just pause me. You can just ignore this first part, jump ahead. So I'm going to type it out. Honey Nut Cheerios. Ready? This is the first time in world history that anyone solved Honey Nut Cheerios to the glory of the Trinity. Ready? Boom. 204 divides by 3 perfectly. And then now you can solve it in French. Okay, so Cheerios. Au miel et au noix. There it is. There it is in French. Well, that divides by 3 as well. Stunningly so, okay? With all these artistic effects for the number 3. Honey Nut Cheerios. If you want, you can put the English and the French together. Wow, wow. Whoa, glory. That adds to 480. Beautiful number of letters and strokes to divide by 3. There you go. Honey Nut Cheerios solves in English and French. And then, seeing as I am primarily called to English, I'm going to solve this text here, which is naturally flavored. Okay. And this is pure pleasure, folks. It's pure pleasure to do this math in your mind while you sit in front of your Cheerios. Oh, it adds to my full birth name. Beautiful 3s, 228. Naturally flavored Honey Nut Cheerios altogether. Wow, 432 divides by 8, 12, and 24. Naturally flavored Honey Nut Cheerios. Straight from the horse's mouth. Done. Solved. Honey Nut Cheerios solved. And of course, a single Cheerio. O, God's favorite letter to glorify Himself mathematically, because O is 15. 3 times the third prime. It's the center letter of God, center letter of glory, center letter of word and love and holy. Now you know why everyone loves O's so much. As I like to say, MC Hammer said it best. O, O, O. Here we go. And he said 3 O's to the glory of the Triune God. Holy, holy, holy is the Lord God Almighty. The whole earth is filled with its glory. If you don't see the glory and the blessing of God mathematically in a single Cheerio, you'll never see the glory of God in the grandest of sunsets and the mountains and all the story of human history. So a single Cheerio, which is what is pictured right here, an O, divides by 3. You can do the math in your head. That's easy. 18 plus 18 is 36, plus 24 bumps it up to 60, plus 3 for the C at the front. Beautiful. Makes 63. A sevenfold set of 3 times 3s. Perfect. A triple of 21s in a single Cheerio. And then honey nut blends together beautifully. You can do a lot of cross-linking. You know, the bookends make 33, the H and the S. Pardon me, 27, the perfect cube of 3. Okay, then you can chain link, okay, the honey and nut together, the Y and the N knit together to make a multiple of 3. And then the N and the E, the famous word net, you can spell to get 39. Okay, and then the U and the O both divide by 3. So this whole thing is knit together with pure 3s. Honey Nut Cheerios. It really is one of the most pleasurable set of words to say in product land. I mean, Honey Nut Cheerios, a 3-word cereal. It's just the classic. Honey Nut Cheerios. I mean, these things have been around since the beginning of whatever, my life, certainly. I think that this is kind of hilarious, a little bit cheesy, but I find it divine that you know, Cheerios is actually talking about love, and they're highlighting this little concept, you know, where Cheerios actually kind of, you know, stick to each other in the bowl of milk. I'm a little bit cheesy, but truth be told, it's all about unity, and God is the king of unity. Look, he's hugging the O. Once you understand that O is king for the number 3, is king for God, you pay attention to O's everywhere they appear. And there's nothing more beautiful than this box. I mean, this is a classic brand that is very easy to solve for the number 3. Honey Nut Cheerios, the official trademark brand. Makes every day brighter with the goodness of Cheerios and taste of delicious golden honey. Savor a bowl of Honey Nut Cheerios cereal and give yourself a small moment of enjoyment. Oh, isn't that wonderful? Ooh, every day could use a touch of honey. This is amazing because the word touch equals honey, equals water, famous 67. Genius, which boils down to 8 exactly by the law of prime. And so they got this little write-up about, you know, people connecting and, you know, that actually we are made in the image of God. That is true. We all love to connect. I wouldn't say that's called the Cheerios effect. I'd say that's the nature of God. Okay? But, you know, thumbs up for promoting unity with this little tidbit on the back of the box. Because truly everything that God has given to us is out of his love nature. Naturally flavored Honey Nut Cheerios have been solved now to the glory of the Triune God. Appreciate the love that goes into the design of these beautiful layouts. I love graphic design, and I love products that are beautiful. Of course, B divides by 3. Does he have a name? If he has a name, I wouldn't be surprised if it glorifies the number 3. I have no idea if he has a name or not. Milk, of course, divides by 3. How about bowl of cereal? Does that work? That's 25. Yes. Oh my goodness. How did we not get that? A bowl of cereal with milk divides by 3. Okay, so we missed the obvious with cereal, and that is that bowl and cereal go together, and you can add milk to the party because that divides by 3. So I'm going to put this down, hop on the computer, grab the camera. You can just fast forward me. That's the beauty of video. It's like, just skip past this part. So a bowl plus cereal, and then I'm going to solve bowl of cereal, and then we're going to add milk to the party. Bowl, cereal, milk, and then a bowl of cereal with milk. This is all going to divide by 3. Okay, so here's the divine phrases that we're going to solve to the glory of the Triune God. So you can see the 3's coming out. And I'm going to get my other calculator that does away with these, you know, complicated numbers in front of your eyes that aren't really necessary. So bowl plus cereal. Wow, 96. Divides by 8, 12, and 24. A bowl of cereal equals mathematician divides by 3, 3, 3, 3. A bowl plus cereal plus milk. Wow, yeah, dividing by 3, 3 times 47. A bowl of cereal with milk. Wow, that adds to 2, 2, 2 perfectly. So it's all dividing by 3 because God is 3 people and everything is for the cause of love. Done. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. I like solving details like this. If you don't solve the details, you'll never see God in the big things. Enlarged divides by 3. Okay? And 43 and 63. Yep, enlarged to show texture divides by 3. Done. Okay? If you don't believe that God is sovereign over the fine print and the small things and the humble things of the universe, you'll never see God in the big things, because God has always been all about the humble things, okay? And glorifying himself through the most unlikely things and the most unlikely text you can imagine. So this little gem here, most theologians would never scoop this up, to the glory of the Triune God. They would never confess that God is sovereign enough and glorious enough to include a gem to his mathematical glory in this tiny little print on the side of a Cheerios box. But you must go to that level. If you do not go to that level, you might as well throw out the entire truth that God is sovereign. But you can't do that because that is the truth, okay? The story is his. So let's solve the divine text enlarged to show texture, to scoop up one final gem from this Cheerios box. I'll type it out. You can fast forward that downtime while I type it out. Enlarge to show texture, okay? Divides by 3. In a number of letters and strokes, it divides by 3. It's that good. Enlarge to show texture, divides by 3. In fact, it's 3 times 3 to 31, which deduces directly to 3 by the law of prime. 31 is the 11th prime, 11 is the 5th prime, 5 is the 3rd prime. That's the beauty of this number. And that's accomplished in a number of letters that divides by 3, and a number of strokes that divides by 3. In fact, it equals love. Enlarge to show texture. Done. A final gem on this whole box, okay? And that's the level of depth that you can go to and that you should go to. Okay? General Mills is very easy. We can get into that now. You can put the G at the front as a +1, and the rest is a gold train of 3s, or you can put the S at the back as a +1, and the rest is a gold train of 3s in the other direction. It's the superstar +1 effect. If we choose the G, that's 24 plus... let's see, 24 plus 33, 57, plus another 30 is 87, plus another 9 is 96, plus another, wow, I'm glad we did that, plus another 24, wow, that's 120. So the G at the front is the +1 over a multiple of 3, and that's highlighted in the letter G here, okay? Okay, there's 3 parts to this stroke. If you really look at it, it's obvious. And of course, there's 6 points to every asterisk. And the word asterisk divides by 3. You got to see the details. Every snowflake is, of course, 6 parts. Asterisk, 3 plus 3. Asterisk divides by 3. The word asterisk divides by 3. Why? Because God is 3 people. Pay attention to the small details. That's where the greatest glory always lay. The more difficult it is, the more beautiful it is, mathematically, most of the time. So General Mills, look at the G is the +1, and then the gold train is always stunningly beautiful. It's 120 exactly in the case of General Mills. It's that good. It's that good for the glory of the Trinity. So there you go. To our satisfaction, we've... then you can get into colors, okay? Yellow plus black is 92 plus 29. And you can... seriously, brown divides by 3. You can solve the colors of everything. It'll blow your mind, okay? How God has ordained everything to glorify the number 3. Wonderful. I'm satisfied with what we have. And then if you go to General Mills Canada, so the gold train of General Mills from this point to there is 120. Canada adds another 24, and then I believe Corporation also divides by 24. So it just keeps getting better and better. Like here, I want to show you it on the computer so you can understand what I'm talking about. Hold on. General Mills Canada Corporation. This is a big company that we're solving, and you need to go to this level of detail, okay? Yes, so corporation, any corporation is 144, starting with the letter C, which is 3, okay? And of course, Canada is 24 AAA, okay? So I'm just showing you how loaded General Mills is. So this gold train, okay, here's the gold train of 3s that follow the G plus 1. There's 120, just like I said. So General Mills Canada is going to add to 144. Well, that's just waiting for the corporation to come along, which also equals 144. So General Mills Canada Corporation is going to add to 288, but the way God has hidden himself, okay, is in this what we call this +1, superstar +1 effect, where the first letter is +1 over a multiple of 3. Okay? And then it's this gold train. It's the steam locomotive effect. The G is like a steam locomotive pulling the boxcars of pure 3s behind. Okay? And God does this everywhere. So there you go. We solved General Mills Canada Corporation, and to my satisfaction, we solved a ton of gems from Honey Nut Cheerios. The name is the most important thing. Solving the famous name, Honey Nut Cheerios, is the most important thing of all. I don't know why they have that. Oh, I guess it's the asterisk. What is that? It's an asterisk, okay? Have you noticed that all the tiny symbols that we focus on for trademark glorify Jesus Christ? Sometimes just the cross. Well, cross equals Jesus equals Messiah equals the King. An like a snowflake. 3 plus 3 glorifies the Trinity. The word asterisk I will solve for you right now. I believe it adds to 96. It's that good. It divides by 8, 12, and 24 with gorgeous artistic effects for the number 3, an asterisk. And by divine ordinance, it is, yes, the 8th. It corresponds with 8 on the keyboard, okay? Right there. And divides by 8. And you can find so many 8s in it, it's not even funny. You've got the X, 24,888. You've got the SE, 24,888. And then you've got A, T, R, and I that add to another 48. So you can literally dice it into 48, 24, 24, the word asterisk. And so, you know, that's it right there. When you have a trademark, it's TM equals 33, glorifies the number 3. Copyright is an R with a circle. R divides by 3. So in every way, it always glorifies the Triune God. So Honey Nut Cheerios have officially been solved. The famous Honey Nut Cheerios adds to 204, 3-digit all-factor, 8 number that divides by 3, thereby glorifying 8 and 3 simultaneously. There you go. To our satisfaction, we've solved a multi-million-dollar brand of cereal once and for all time in both English and French, to the glory of the Triune God, who is 3 people. And then why not add some Billy B to that, because Billy B equals 72, a triple of triple eights, Canada's #1 honey brand. Amen equals 33.